Welcome YouTube. Today we're going to do a tutorial on Cinema 4D. Before I start the tutorial, can I just please ask everyone to subscribe? We've only got 31 subscribers. I know that's little, but we need a lot more because we're after getting a partnership so we can entertain you guys a lot more. So before we start our making of our intro, because that's what it's going to be, we're going to be making an intro. So first we need to find some textures that we're going to apply to the floors, parts and everything. You've probably seen the glimpse of what we're going to make before. I don't know, because we're making it. So we need to go on textures, go on images, and we're getting some textures like that. That is what I would say is decent for a floor, but I will have to edit that out. But this is being a tutorial, we're not going to do that. So let's look for some better ones. That's a nice one. Get full size. I've already got one which I've used in the first template I ever did. So if I find my files, and it's going to be that one. Nope, just need to drag it out because I think that looks pretty neat. So is this one loaded up, the image yet? Sorry about this, I'm just going to speed it up a bit. I'm not sure if I'm downloading right now. I'm sure I'm not, but I can just find my uTorrent. Which I can't find. So we need to boot up Cinema 4D now. So load up. I have version R12.021 32-bit because I've got a 32-bit computer. And obviously this is the clip I'm making now, so now that picture finished. Nope, still loading, so let's go back. So today we're going to put in two effects. We're going to get things that fall. So like if let me just get this up. There you can see things falling, bounce not floor, rolling away. Obviously this isn't what we're going to be making, but so first, this light tool is first we need to hold on, go down to floor, there, simulation, dynamics, collider. This makes everything that would make rigid body collide with this. So next we're going to, nope, we don't want to update now. We're going to make MoGraph, and we need our Mo text. The other way you can do it, so if I just delete that, is on here, go down to text, you got your text here, and on here you go extrude NURBS, then make text a child of extrude NURBS, and on extrude NURBS you can change the thickness 50, nope, not 500. So make that a bit thicker. There we go. So now we need to change this text. What? So let's find a random subscriber. Just pick one out. To simple name. Simple name. Simple name. Simple name. Sully loves to game. So we will just, if you're watching Sully, so let's just copy his name, copy it, and paste. There we go, Sully loves to game. So now you can see here that the Y on Sully is going through the floor, so we need to just drag it up and place it there. Now we can't make this a rigid body anymore because of that Y. Because if we go simulation dynamics rigid body, play it, do it on the extrude NURBS. I don't actually think you can do rigid body. There we go. You see it slants to the side because of that Y. So delete them and go on simulation dynamics collider. So it don't move now. It's basically like the floor. Now an effect I've used, I don't know if I've used it in a tutorial. I'll see if I can find an example up. This one. It's a spare intro. So we get things falling. I've got the name here, and the things attract to the sphere. And obviously I move the attractor, so it moves up, bunches at the top, and back down. Then I turn the attractor off, which is there, and you can see it just fall. So we're going to make something like that. So let's get our zoom out. Is it fully? Yep. Save pitch as desktop. Save on here. Right. So now we're just gonna do a bit of effect. Put some things on our what we've actually got. So for the floor, we're gonna go desktop, and we need to find texture JPEG. So there, I want a bit of reflection on it. Just get the texture again, just so it doesn't mock up. So texture JPEG. Yep. There we go. Now I can put that on the floor. Now you see here, it's turned into these things. So if you change the tiles to 5, nope. I think we have to go smaller. By 0.1. That's done 4, so just got to play around with settings to no, that doesn't look right, so we're just going to change that. We're going to make that the sphere instead. So instead of, we'll just have a white background with slight reflection on it. So reflection, turn it down a bit. There, we've got that. So now delete that. And just so we don't muddle up, there you go. So now, if we render it, you won't get. I don't think we'll. You can see a slight reflection, but it's not as good. So, just click the light ones. Bring this across, up, and across. Now we need to put a shadow on. If we reflect that, see, we can see the text a lot easier. We've got the reflection, we've got the shadow. So now we just need, let's change the font on this. So, because Arial's a bit boring. That's a bit too big. That seems good. So, shall we use that texture for the text? Colour, and we go down to, if I can remember the file name, there it is, open, yes, and drag that onto there. There we go, we've got texture on both text and the float now. So now we need to work on our background animation. So if we go Sophia and drag this up and have a look at the size of it, average size, just double that. There we go. And apply that to the sphere. Sorry about that. So I think that looks quite good. So let's just center this up, make it look a bit more central. Right. So now we need to add another Sophia, add a pyramid, and we'll add a platonic, and change these to 20. Let's have a look at the size of that. That's too small, so 70. Too small. 100. That looks about right, so change everyone to 100. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. So now we get this, hold shift down, select them all. Actually no, we don't hold shift down, don't do that. We go on cloner first, then we go on them all and hold shift. Then first we go simulation dynamics, we did body. I'll just show you what that does. You can see it just makes it bounce on it, so that'll do the same if it hits the text. And drag them on to cloner. If I click on cloner now and change it from linear to grid array. So now you can see they're all in a grid, and change them all to 6 and form drag it up, change it back to a cubic and random. There we go, there's nothing in the same place now. And if we just drag it away, just test it, and it just all falls to the floor. I think there's a bit too much there, so we'll go 5, no, we'll go 4 there. So we've got to think how many is going to be around that sphere, so yeah, I think that'll be enough. So if we drag this across to here, turn it back to there, and it'll go, and drag them close together, and now drag it under the sphere, see how it reacts. Yep, simple. Make sure my mic's on, because I'd never checked before I started recording, so it won't. So now we've got that done. Just going to change the frames to 600 so we've got something to work with. And now we're going to need an attractor, something that will attract all the, just line it up, something that's going to attract all the parts to that sphere. So we need to go on this one that's got the emitter sign on, go to attractor and select. Now let's fit it in that sphere. Just like that. And go from fall off to a sphere, and need to make it so it keeps its point. You can see it's locked it there, but we don't want it to start attracting at the first one, so we need to go on object strength 0, have to make sure it's on there, and on speed limit 300, because that's a simple strength. If we just test it, and size of 500, nope, there we go, that's enough, big enough. So now if we just there we go, that's what we're missing. We didn't put the sphere on a collider. Go back. See, now they just stick to it. And if I just moved it up, no, not the sphere, you stupid thing. The attractor, slightly move. Nope, can't move it in while it's on. So still don't know why they haven't been attracted to it though. Let's try again. Ah, there we go. You did need that one more 0. So at start 0, 300, capture. Now, we've got to think how they're going to fall. Do it from about 100. Same thing, capture it, then go to the next one and go for that, then capture. So if we go on it, nope. Ah, I see. We've got to go here, on here, 0. Severe, yes, apply. And that. See, it's just turned red. If we go back one, turn that to 0. So, you see what's happening here? If you haven't noticed. Because when it's around about here, it's 0. It's minus. So it's pushing away instead of allowing it to be attracted. Just turn them a few zeros. And go back again. There we go. So, if we watch it now, it all attracts to it. Yep. So, we just got to find out the point where it's all on it. So if just hold on to pause, and there, turn that off, keyframe the attractor, go forward a bit, lift it up a bit, keyframe. Right, let's try it. Quick run through. It's all on. And now that what we've just done is moving the attractor, which in that it will move the things as well. So if we go to 80, fall off, and here it is on 10,000. So if we go here, change that to, is it 10,000? No, it's a 100,000. There we go. So 10, 0, back one, nope. Press it on one here. There we go. So back one, 100,000. It doesn't matter if it's going up, I don't think. It just matters if it's going down. So it seems fine. So let's watch this. So we've just paused. Oh, we didn't get time to pause it then. So 600 is around about the right amount of frames, if you think about it. Now we need to add, for one, colour to these three. So if we go, let's see what it looks like rendered. Could do with atom actually. So I'm just gonna leave that, and I'm just gonna up the speed of the tractor to 500. See if that makes it a bit better. There we go. Looks a bit better, doesn't it? So now it's going to start going up. You can see the moving from the bottom to the top, and then they're just going to poof, gone. So we could just have it like that, with a bit of top in it, so we can see the bit of texture on the writing, and render that. We could zoom in a bit. I think that'll look better. If I was to make this video, actually, I would render it all, and at 40 play it. So cut the first 40 frames off, so you don't see this drop. So now rendering settings. To find out, if you want to find out most render settings, if you can just go onto something like onto Movie Maker. Most Windows computers has it, so just quickly load that up. If we go, just to add something in to make it look like there's a video there, and go publish, and then YouTube, and then there'll be these here. If you want it in 240p, the lowest quality on YouTube, so you'd put in here, you'd put in, ignore that, 2.6 on the top and 240 on the bottom. But if you want to do 1080, like make it a full proper 1080p, if you're doing things for like Call of Duty videos and stuff like that, and using a HD PVR, I would go with a 1080 video. But if you're going for using a dazzle, something like that, I would recommend using the 720. So I'm going to do this in 1080, so it's going to be 1920. So if I put in there 1920 by 1080, right, let's make it HD, widescreen, all frames, but don't put 40, because I don't know if it does. If it doesn't, it's going to be a lot of time wasted. So now you need to go AVI for the output. I have sometimes mistaken and left it on the TIFF or whatever it was, and I've had to put all the pictures into a video, into a movie, and render them all out again. So it's AVI, options, compressor, Intel IYUV codec. Okay. Can leave all this the same. Choose the destination you want to save it. So I'm going to save it as so I'm going to save it as Solid's intro. that's there. Desktop, so there's intro. Multi-pass, don't need to change anything on these. You might want to change that to animation and best. Options, don't change it on here. I think the only other thing you could change on this is get this light, copy it, paste, and send it over to the other side. So if we do that, you've got this effect. Right, we're not going to do any camera animation in this one. I'm just going to leave it as that, and I'm going to begin my render. There we go. It's going to begin rendering now in a lovely 1080p, and I'm going to tell Sully I've done this intro. If he wants to use it for his channel, he's welcome to it. And I think we'll see you all next time for the next tutorial I do, if I do one. So stay tuned to our channel, subscribe, like our videos. We've just uploaded another video. No, we're not going on videos. A lot on there you don't want to see. Well, you're not allowed to see, maybe. There we go. Uploads. And this is the one that Henshaw's uploaded on his Dead Island. And this is the StarCraft one I uploaded yesterday. Yep. So here's our intro. This is done in After Effects, and I need to familiarise myself with the whole thing before I start doing tutorials on that. So this is just a one-on-one between me and him. And if you go and like them two videos, and maybe you want to check out what I tested on my processor, because I updated my processor. If you want to get, this is another intro. This is the last tutorial / template I did, and these are some penumbras I mass uploaded. So there's quite a lot.